Hi, everybody. It's Erica
and Kim
from Curious Mystic Podcast, and we're doing a little special episode just for YouTube. And we had talked earlier in the week about how to make sacred spaces, and today we're going to talk about how to make your own traveling altar. So
super exciting. I think it's always good to know, and we did a little bit of you've had this already, and I haven't, so we did a little bit of a what do you need to do or what do you need to get ready. So you'll find all of that information in the description, what items you might need if you're looking to follow along.
Yep. So what we're going to do, we're probably going to go off screen, but we're going to show you what we're doing while we're doing this. This is the finished product, at least what mine looks like.
Yeah.
And then so we can't really sit here and do it at the same time, so we're going to go a little off screen. But I'm going to talk while we do that.
So we'll see you soon.
Yeah. All right. So what this is this is called a mesa, and it is a Peruvian shamanic tradition. And my shamanic teacher was taught by a Peruvian shaman, and she taught us.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea of the mesa is to have an altar wherever you are for whatever reason, whatever you would need it for, and it holds your power.
Mm-hmm.
So the items in it are specific to help you with that power, to help you draw that power, which we'll get into in a minute. And it's something that you could bring whenever you want to do healing, whenever you might be going into a situation where you want to be grounded in your power, in your spiritual setting. I used it at my grandmother's funeral to help with like the healing and the grief process, to be grounded as well. So
yeah, I think there's I was going to ask, and you kind of touched on it with that, but I'm thinking of like situations in which maybe it's not a planned situation, but you're away from home for whatever reason. It's just something to carry with you and be able to have access to the things that you are already connected to.
Absolutely.
Practice.
Yep. I mean, you could get it out for whenever you want to do a meditation or do some yoga or whatever it is, like whatever your daily practice is. If you're away from home, that's a perfect time to have this, so that it's kind of like brings that peace of home so that you can do this. So
awesome.
I feel a little bad that we're not really on the screen, but it's okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this apart and then we're going to get into it. So the first thing you want is a piece of cloth. I do recommend that it's a little bit sturdy because it is what you're going to be carrying around. So you want it to be a little bit sturdier. So I'm going to open mine up. I don't know if you guys can see this, okay? My real altar is behind us, which the cats destroyed this morning. I had to put it back together. All right, so. All right, you ready, Kim?
I'm ready.
Perfect. I'm actually going to take everything out of here because we're going to go step by step. So, mine's already put together.
Yeah. And I will say, in me getting my materials ready today, some of my materials were not as accessible. But made it work.
Yeah. When now you have the idea, and so now you can change out things. Like, let's say you do find, or put a feather in here. If you find a feather along a hike or something, and it really speaks to you, and you want to put it in there, then you can kind of change that out.
Yeah.
Or if you find a rock or whatever it is, if you find something that speaks to you more, you can put that in there. So, all right. So when you lay this out, you are technically supposed to lay it out the same way each time, within the objects in the same place. And as you do it, you honor the object and tell it the intention, and then you put it where it belongs. Okay? So in the shamanic tradition, we've talked about before in other episodes, you can find that in the shaman episode, that in the shamanic teachings, generally, they believe in a upper world, lower world, middle world, and then also connected to all the elements, connected to spirit world, to earth, moon, water. So all of these objects are going to connect to that in some way.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to start with is we're going to start with a bowl, and we're going to put that in the middle. And the bowl represents the lower world. And partially because whenever you do journey to the lower world, you need to go down a hole.
Mm-hmm.
So that's there.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Absolutely.
Because you were saying this earlier and I was thinking this. I didn't know that the bowl was for that purpose, so I am reusing this candle holder.
Absolutely.
That I cleaned out. But I like that your bowl is that wooden material.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of resonates with
Yep.
groundedness and being in the lower world. So
Yep.
Thoughtful.
Exactly. And then the next thing you do is a stone tile, and that's going to go inside your bowl, and that represents the middle world. This could be a stone that you find. It doesn't have to be a tile. Like mine's an actual stone tile.
Yeah.
Kim's is an actual, stone.
Piece of slate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it should be on the flatter side, and it just represents the earth, and we're in the middle. The middle world is our world, our plane. So that's what the middle world is. And then the next is technically is supposed to be a cross, because when the Peruvians started this, it was pre-Christianity, and then when Christians came in, they kind of were trying to take this away, and so they decided, okay, let's put a cross in it because now it's Christian. I personally, it's to represent the upper world, and in the upper world, you have your teachers, you have your gods, your goddesses, you have Buddha, and you typically connect with one teacher up there. And mine happens to look similar to Mary, and I've had this forever. I'm not even sure where I got it, but I've had it forever. So I'm going to put that in the middle.
Perfect.
So. If you want to put a cross in there, you can. You could put whatever you connect with as far as what you would think would be upper world. So the next thing you're going to do is you need 3 leaves. Now, technically, these leaves should be local leaves, but when I originally put this together, it was winter, so there were no leaves. And then also, I kind of was like, well, they might get destroyed. And so the other thing you could use is bay leaves. So bay leaves are actually used in a lot of ceremonies. It can be used for cleansing. It can be used for, you talked about this, right?
Yeah. Bay leaves can bring prosperity and luck. I use them in cooking.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. So you want 3 of them because they represent self, family, and community. And when you put them in there, you want to say a prayer for self, family, and community. So, and then they just kind of go here. Hope you guys can see this okay. And these are not cooperate leaves. Okay. There we go. Kim, do you want yours in there?
That's okay.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't want to leave you out.
I'm following along.
Okay. So the next thing that we need is a crystal. And the crystal is the element of the earth. And it also goes in the south. And mine is a iolite. What did I say it was? Iolite.
Iolite.
And it's used for journeying, for shamanic journeying and soul retrieval and healing. So that's why I put that in there. That's often what I'm going to be doing when I'm using this. So I have that, and that's going to go in the south end, whatever the south end of your laying out is. And I also have a jasper, which is used for healing as well. So I just happen to have that in there as well.
When you sent me the list of things, you had mentioned that the crystal should be something that you're connected to. So I just picked a rose quartz crystal, and this is usually on my desk. So
perfect.
I meet with it every day.
Absolutely. Perfect. So the next thing that we need is a shell. which represents the moon because the shell, because the moon is in charge of the water. And so it also goes into the west. The shells go in the west. And then the next thing we have is the feather, which represents air and the north. And just as a note for just FYI information, typically in like the shamanic tradition that I've been taught in, you usually start with honoring the south, west, north, east.
Yes. I noticed that when
Yep.
we were going around.
And then we have the east, which is a white candle. And it represents fire and mental energy. And shamans often practice around fire. It's fire's community. You often need it for ceremony, so that's very important to go in there. And then that's the basics. From here, you can put whatever else you feel connected to that's going to help you put have your power. So this beautiful silk scarf here, was given to me by my mom like forever ago, and I didn't know what to do with it and just kept carrying it around. Apparently this is why. So I have that as my kind of base. I also have a Reiki cloth that my mom charged up at some point. So that goes in here. This is from our Basi ceremony when we got married. So that goes in there. What else do I have? I also have Palo Santo, so anytime I can cleanse, I have that ready to go. And that is all I have. What do you think?
I love the way that you chose the things that you chose. I didn't bring anything extra because I just wanted to make sure I had the basics. But seeing like how you chose the things you chose, I can think off the top of my head, there's some stuff at home that I'm like, yeah, I think that would go perfect in here. That's something meaningful and can help to hone, represent, share my power.
Kind of want to turn this so you guys can see what it looks like laid out. I'm going to grab that side. So I don't know if you guys can see kind of how it lays out.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you would try to do this the same way every time. But obviously this is your practice. And if you're like, I don't remember where they go, it doesn't matter. It's the intention behind it, and it's, that sort of thing. So question, how do you use this? How do you start this? Like, let's say that, you have this all wrapped up, you're ready, you want to do ceremony, you want to use it. You can either just keep it all in one, because it's just the idea is the power, and hold it to you to get that power, which we're going to do in a second. Or beforehand, also what would go in here would be a offering, like blue cornmeal or oats or tobacco or chocolate or whatever. And then you would put that down first before you lay this out, so that it starts it as a sacred space.
Yes.
And then lay it out, and every time you put something down, you put the intention, you put the thanks and everything, the prayer into all of it. So, and then you can start your ceremony.
Yes.
So,
I could see how this could be something that evolves with you as time goes on, and as your practice goes deeper, grows. You could see the changes happening in this as well.
Yeah. I got this, and just when I knew we were making this, and when I originally learned how to make it, I needed a seashell, and I went into our crystal shop, and they had take one, like it was like a free thing, like on the table, and there was a shell. I was like, okay. Yeah. So I think, but the seashell, like if you go to the beach all the time, if you find one that's like really connected to, that would be important to put there.
I know. I was pulling them all out before I came here. I was like, which one am I gonna pick?
Like, hold them up. Which one wants to come with me?
Yeah.
Which literally you should say, which one wants to come with me?
Yeah.
And then thank them. So, alrighty. So next we're gonna put it all together. We're gonna pack it up.
Okay.
Which is.
Do you if you were in the middle of ceremony, you do whatever you do, and then you're going to pack it up. Do you have to pack it up the same way that you unpacked it, or does it matter?
Good question. I think it's supposed to be the same way.
Okay.
And then you should be like honoring thank you.
Yes.
And then put it in, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And like I put it to my and then put it into the bowl to be used.
So it's right here.
I don't know if is my face super red. Like as soon as I picked this up and started putting it together with Kim, my face got like super hot. My arms were like tingling. I got goosebumps. Like I have serious goosebumps right now. Like apparently, like I do use this. This is my power, and I am like feel like I'm electric right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it works.
We've talked about that before too. How you can you are very sensitive to that, and you can feel the power and energy in things, and it would make sense that something that is directly yours.
Yeah, I was telling Kim before we got on that, and last night in class, we always call in our helping spirits and everything, and I happened to call in this time Archangel Michael. He came. Yeah, he was definitely there. I got super powered up. My face was red. My hands were red. I was hot. Like it was crazy. He was there for sure. Alrighty, so we're gonna wrap this up, and you're gonna ask me how to do it, and I'm gonna tell you. I'm not that great at it. So the idea is that you should be able to wrap it all together. So, and I did it right before we got on.
I know. It was wrapped.
All right, guys, don't judge me, okay? Nope, that was not it. Oh, is this gonna work? Everyone's like, do it right. No. All right, I almost got it right. 99% right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the intention, guys. It's the intention.
100%.
And that's what we started with.
Amazing.
So next, what you want to do is you want to take this. So especially the first time you make it, you're going to take it and you're going to hold it to your chest, and you're going to just take in the power. Set your intention with it. Tell it what you're going to do. You want to really connect this. This is your power. This is your grounding. This is what you're pulling your spiritual practice from. So you really want to connect to this. So let me just take a couple breaths for the sake of the. Okay. I think if I get any more charged up, I'm gonna or something. But, so anyway, that is all we have. We're gonna come back over here. So let us know if you have any questions. If you've done this before, do you have a traveling altar that you use, or something that you use that you draw power from, or that you use in your practice? Let us know, and leave a comment below.
Let us know.
And listen to our most recent. It was all about how to make sacred space in your own home.
Yeah.
So that was.
And I don't remember if we touched on it in the episode, but making the sacred space in your own home can be something that you can do in any space in your home. Mm-hmm. You can do it in every space in your home, but this is just an easy way to make something that you can carry with you. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go check it out.
All right. We'll see ya
until next time. Bye.